Hi, Michaelkeil here. I'm at Lathlane Park. I'm with a special guest, Caitlin Tilsed. Caitlin's the incoming president at the Perth Angels. Caitlin, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Michael.
No problems. So, Caitlin's role as president, what does that entail at the Angels?
So the Perth Angels are the women's football club in the Perth district. So my role as president is overseeing the committee. Each of them have different tasks that they have to complete. I'm making sure that we've got our social media going, that we're getting recruitment of our young youth girls and our senior players, that we're actively contacting sponsors that help us go throughout the season, as well as making sure that our coaches are happy and they're able to train and run training at the standard they want to, and that our players are able to come to training, come to games, and able to come and play the game that they really love to play.
Brilliant, brilliant. Sounds like a busy role,
yep.
And I think Caitlin will be just fine with that. Today we wanted to promote the Perth Angels for any young lady out there that's looking at joining the Angels and wanting to play football. How would they go about getting in contact with you, and how often do you train, and things of that you could share today?
Yep, so all you have to do is just send us an email or go to our Facebook page and find out when we're training next. And we're open to anyone of all ages, any experience, whether you've played football before, you've played another sport, or you haven't played any sport. You just have to find out when the next training session is, come down, meet the coaches, meet the team, and just come and have a go.
Yep, and your youth football, that age group, what's that?
So that's from 15 to 18.
15 to 18.
So normally year 10 to year 12 are the girls that we target for our youth girls competition.
Fantastic. Caitlin's been involved with the Perth Angels as a player for 7 years, and that's been a pretty good journey for you.
Yep, definitely. I came down and I hadn't really played football before. I'd boundary umpired my brother's games. I've had kick to kick with dad at halftime at some of the Waffle games, but I'd never actually run onto the field as part of the team. So I think from when I started to where I am now, that it's been a really great journey. I've had players that have played with me the whole 7 years. I've had players I've played with for 1 or 2 years, but we have a really good friendship with all of them.
Yep, great. And we're recruiting at the moment. Pre-season's only just started. They're doing the beach runs. And last year was a very successful year for the club. You had a lot of new players. Tell us a little bit about that.
So last year was actually the first year that we put in a league team and a reserve team. So for the past 6 years, 7 years that I've been at the club, we've only had a reserves team, and then a couple of years after I started, we brought in a youth girls team to try and make sure that the younger girls have a pathway to go play football. So it was really big for us. At the beginning of last year, we weren't really sure if we were going to be able to get the numbers to have 2 teams. So that's normally you want to have 22 on the day, plus a couple extra when girls have work or injuries. So we're pretty blown away that for the whole season we had over 100 girls registered at the club. We didn't have to play any games short. We had a full bench for both teams plus emergencies. So we had a really big growth with the club. So I think it's fantastic. Yeah,
it's been an amazing growth story. I'm very excited about being part of the Perth Angels and sponsoring you for the new season.
Yep.
So if you're interested in pulling on the jersey for the Perth Angels, how do we go about it?
So you can just go to our Facebook page, like I said before. Just go to Facebook and search Perth Angels Football Club. You can also go to our website, which is perthangelsfc.com.au. You can give our club an email at perthangelsfc@gmail.com, or you can get me on my personal email and phone, which is caitlintilsed@gmail.com, or my mobile, which is 0478 679 188.
Yep, absolutely brilliant. Look, I love watching the ladies play football. I think you play just as hard as the
yep.
blokes, and I'll be a keen supporter again of the Perth Angels for the new season. Really hope that you do play finals football.
Yep, that's the goal this year. So I think with all the amount of new girls we've got, as well as the development of our players who've been with us for a couple of years, I think we have a really good shot in our youth girls reserves and maybe even our league. Yeah,
brilliant. And just to finish off, one of your players got drafted to the
yep.
Western Bulldogs. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yep, so Rachel Ashley, she's known in the team as Tiny. She's been with us since she was 13 and she wasn't actually old enough to play, so she would be running waters and just coming to training and making sure her skills are up to standard. And we were all so excited when she got drafted to the Bulldogs. She was working really hard this year with her fitness, with her skills, and I think it's just fantastic to see her able to go to Melbourne and live out her dream.
No, it certainly is. I can't wait
yep.
to interview her soon. So Caitlin, all the best for the season.
Thank you very much.
And if anybody wants to play, get in touch with the Perth Angels, or if you're even looking to sponsor a fantastic organisation, please get in touch, because we need to support ladies football, women's football in Perth, and I'm really glad to be part of it. So thanks again.
No, and thanks for sponsoring us last year, and we're looking forward to building the relationship in the coming years.
No problems. Okay, thanks guys for tuning in. Bye for now.